Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers News Channel. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, today, upon request, Exose has reached out to me and asked me if we can redo our interview taping. So, I'm doing that right now. And Exose, would you like to say hello to our audience here?
Hey there, my guys. Let me quickly explain. So, the interview I made with this guy, this legend, Roy Rogers. In that interview, my voice wasn't heard very well. At least you will be able to compare. And yeah, time ago I asked this legendary guy to redo the interview, so it will be better for the audience and him, of course.
Awesome, certainly, and I'm happy to have you back in studio. But before I do an interview with Exose, I need to make a special note. In honor of Exose, Chansey's officially banned from the premises, and Chansey's banished and gone. So as a result, I have a Clefairy to fill in for Chansey, so Clefairy can be able to keep us company for the time being, but Chansey's officially banned from the premises. Exose, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'd hug you if I could, though. That's awesome, to be honest.
Awesome. Alright, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the interview once more. So, Exose, how long have you been playing PokeMMO?
Almost 6 years. I started playing this game in August the 8th, and in 2016, and yeah, almost 6 years old here.
Awesome. All right, and what activity do you enjoy doing in game? Do you like the competitive scene? Do you like shiny hunting? What sort of activity do you enjoy doing, Exose?
Yeah, lately I've been pretty inactive in the competitive scene due to the healing abilities appearance, because I never played with those. But yeah, I mainly enjoy PvP, also shiny hunting, and of course enjoying the community.
Awesome. All right, and if I may ask, how did you become a timer for the PSL auction that happened recently? I'm kind of curious as to how that came about.
Yeah, so GVQuad needed help from someone to just to time up the auction, and yeah, as I had the whole day like free, I decided just to go ahead and help him. Yeah, I may regret it because it was like 4 hours straight, like putting spare numbers, but yeah, it's a pretty unique experience.
Awesome. Yeah, certainly. I mean, I was there for 4 hours, if it makes you feel better, doing all the recording, so yeah, I was there with you, man.
Lovely.
All right. Now, what inspired you to do a lot for the game? Applying for staff and being a part of the PSL scene, what inspired you to contribute a lot to PokeMMO?
In the past, back when I started playing, the community I was interacting with was overall pretty toxic and hostile towards new players, right? And I don't know, when I came back, because I left the game like several times because I got bored or stuff, like around 2017 and 18, right? When I came back, I didn't want any person to suffer that. I mean, I'm not being a slave for nothing, just for people being toxic towards me, of course, but still. And yeah, I tried to start interacting with the chat and just answering questions. There wasn't any special interest in becoming a star.
Awesome.
Back then, of course.
Yeah, certainly. So what inspired you to apply? I mean, what made you want to apply for the staff team?
Yeah, so back on 2020, my knowledge about the game was pretty low, and I didn't even know that the stuff existed, like moderators or so, until I saw Secret Jean writing in the Spanish chat. And yeah, then I found out the game not only had stuff, but also forums, an official Discord, and all those kind of stuff, board, etc. So my interest came like seeing that if I became a staff, I would be more able to help players and to them to gain trust on me, because someone may be afraid of losing their Pokemon in trade evolutions or any kind of stuff like this. So yeah, my interest came a bit on that, and Secret Gene helped me a lot. Like even after I was muted, he was a sort of mentor for me to improve my behavior and my attitudes, so I could be a good moderator in the end.
All right, this is about to be my favorite word in these interview series, but I'm going to say it here. You have parlayed into another question that I would like to ask. So, since you got muted in game, what was the application process like? So there are a fair amount of people that were muted in game that asked me, is it game over for me? I mean, I can't become staff anymore because I got muted. So what was the application process like for you, considering that you got muted in game?
So by that time, you had to send a private message in the forums to both Terminator and Security. Both are currently senior game masters, and I personally hope they are for much more time. But you had some requirements you pointed out in any of your videos. You know, the 500 hours requirement, knowing English and the stuff, but many people think that being muted like makes you not to be able to become a staff, right? And this is not true. I'm an example. Like I was muted twice in a matter of days back by March, and yeah, first time I applied, it was days after that. Of course, I wasn't accepted for obvious reasons, but if you really want to improve your behavior, and just pointing out, please keep being yourself. Don't change your personality just to get as an objective, because being a staff itself is good. It's, well, depends on the person, of course, but overall I think it's a beautiful experience. But please don't change your personality just for that. Okay, after saying this, just yeah, I started behaving well and all those kind of stuff, because staff notice that, and if you are really changing into better behavior, they will point it out, and you will eventually have a chance. So don't throw it out if you really want to become.
Awesome. And I know a fair amount of viewers are probably going to ask, now that the staff have a new way to apply, how do you apply now that you don't need to personally PM Game Masters? Is there a certain option that our viewers can go to if they're interested in joining the staff team?
Yes, so the new option exactly is like applying from the support platform, but I think the process is kind of the same way. The requirements are still the same, and yeah, you just write about the fact you want to become a staff. You just put the reasons why you want to be, and yeah, basically you wait for a response. That can be negative or positive. Please be patient, because in my case, for example, they took like 3 months, if I remember correctly, to answer me. So yeah, don't rush it.
Certainly. Yeah, I mean, I understand the staff have like hundreds of people that are interested in becoming community manager. I mean, in game, I've been personally PM'd several times asking, hey, how do I become a community manager? And my answer is, you just need to send an application, and you might need to wait for a certain period of time. And please be patient, because there are hundreds of applications that are just like yours. So, you know, just be patient, and you may be able to join a staff team. And if you do get rejected, then try your best to improve and then you can send the application once more. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, you are. I waited like for 8 months. Yeah, I applied in November. Yeah, and first time I didn't in March. So yeah, just don't applicate like once a day or once a week, because that's not pretty cool for the staff that have to evaluate your qualities.
Awesome. All right. Now to a less staff-involved question. Let me go ahead and ask this particular question. Do you still play competitively, or are you retired from the competitive scene? And the reason why I ask this particular question is because when I was getting into NU, you actually taught me a fair amount of tricks for the NU tier. And I appreciate you for doing that.
Well, I'm currently going back. In fact, I'm currently participating in the World Cup and in the K9's unofficial event, the Gym one. You may know about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm still coming back. I took like a month of PvP inactivity due to the event and the healing abilities, but still, yeah, I can consider myself not retired yet.
Awesome. Contrary Superior is calling your name, man.
Yeah, it's the first one I got, once. Yeah, I rushed the Kanto Pokédex in like 3 hours. Yeah, my last month to catch was Kangaskhan. And yeah, of course I claimed the grass patch and put it on Superior.
Yeah, a little bit of some inside baseball about my YouTube production thing. Due to some viewers liking to see their Pokédex completed, and I even had someone tell me that this person was irritated seeing blue and green Pokédex bubbles all over the place. I filled my OT decks earlier, but that was because of production reasons. That was not for me getting the ability patches. So, yeah, once the ability patches were implemented, all I do was just fly over to Pallet Town and then fly over to Little Root and fly over to Twin Leaf, and then I can collect my rewards. That was kind of funny, the way how there was an OT reward. I didn't expect that, though. That was nice for the devs to do so. And now I would like to ask a question for you. What was your most memorable shiny, Expose? Is it that Porygon right next to you, or is it another shiny that's memorable to you?
It's another. This Porygon isn't mine. I wish it was. It's from She, another community manager, a great person, by but I think my rarest shiny in terms of rarity, not price, maybe Boonery or Carabla.
Oh, nice. Yeah, certainly. And do you have any advice to give to anyone that wants to contribute to the community or apply for the staff team or write a guide in the Guide Tavern? What's your advice to those that would like to contribute here on PokeMMO?
Yeah, just to be themselves. I mean, this is easy to say, but it's so important. I mean, if you don't do something just because you have illusion and you want to do so, it's like you won't be enjoying it, and players players and people, of course, we are people after all, we are not robots, will notice that if in your duties, right? If you do something without illusion, maybe the result won't be the same than if you did it just because you wanted to do so,
Oh, yeah, certainly. And do you have any closing thoughts before we sign off of this interview series?
I'd like to point out that K9 is new, of course, and that, of course, I hope you enjoyed the time watching this interview, and feel free to message us. We are reachable after all, and we are here to serve you.
Looks like somebody's being poured into a Chansey cage after this interview. All right. Oof.
No!
All right. Oof.
Not okay.
All right. But don't worry, Expose. Chansey's banned from the premises, so, you don't have to see Chansey here on Roy Rogers' new channel while you're here.
I will watch all your videos from now on.
Oh, man. Oh. All right. But don't worry, man. Chansey is gone. It's not anywhere near here, or its sister Blissey. So, no Chansey or Blissey here in the studio. So.
Nice.
Alright. Woof. Well, anyways, Exose, thank you so much for being a part of the series.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
Certainly, certainly. With that, let's go ahead and sign off here. This is the Roy Rogers News Channel. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel, like the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel signing off. Fast, accurate, unbiased, Roy Rogers News. Conkeldor uses Drain Punch on Chansey.